Hello, it's Randy Duck, and we're back again for another replay in the Tier 6 light tank, the Super Chaffee. Now, you notice I have already done a replay on my opinions on the tank, but this replay is purely about the game. Now, we go on to have an absolute stonker. As the title sort of says, it is the game where we achieve a collies, so we get a 1 versus 5 victory at the end. We are actually platooned up with Petty 360, who's in the Hellcat 105. He goes on to have a good game as well, but in the end this is a pretty big carry for, as I say again, a Tier 6 light. We're on Mountain Pass. Now, you know, it's not really the ideal map, is it, for a light tank? It's not really that, it's not really a map I like that much anyway, but for a light tank it's not ideal. We're going to move straight across and just see what we can spot and move into this position here. You can use the other side of the ridge and just try and spot them up as they cross, but I don't really want to do that because I don't want to get stuck over that side. And as we do, this snakebite basically moves really aggressively up to try and spot our guys. We do slap a shot into him. I wanted to just try and get another shot into him, but it wasn't really worth overextending there because obviously there will be things getting ready to shoot me if I do overextend. So I've moved into this location because I thought if he did sort of stay where he was, I'd kill him. But he has sort of, you know, long gone, isn't he? And now Petty's sort of in this area there, and as far as I can see at the moment, he's got a lot of support. So I'm like, well, I'll just move on and spot up here. He doesn't really need me to be there. But as I move up, this Dreadnought spotted me. Tier 7 tank which can one-shot me, and he just full sends at me. Like, what? I don't know what he was doing there. Like, he's literally just seen me. He's got very tunnel visioned, and he's decided that, I'm just going to try and kill the light tank. But fortunately for me, he misses his shot and gets annihilated by a team. He's always going to die by doing what he did, but he was just trying to take me out. But you know, as luck would have it, he misses his shot and he gets taken out. Now there's an awful Panther in front of me. It's a Tier 7 light tank which would absolutely annihilate me if he decides to ram me. It's a much better light tank than what I'm in, and I'm a little bit concerned he was just going to full send. But he looks like he knows that if he does do that, he's seen the fate of his Dreadnought and he doesn't want that to happen to him. But what's happened, if you've noticed, Petty obviously had that support about a medium with him, so that's why I kind of left him there. But unfortunately the medium sort of come off and then followed me to this position, leaving sort of Petty all by himself. Now, he does do well, Petty. He ends up doing, considering he wasn't alive for that long, he actually ends up coming, spoiler alert, he comes second in this game. And he actually gets a decent amount of damage in the situation where he was pretty much doomed to die. He still managed to get a good game out of it. But you see, they are dead now, so I do have to be careful because if I pull back too far, I'm just going to get shot behind. That's why I make the decision that it's time to go up and just try and engage this Tiger. I kind of just want to kill him. I know I've got support of my guys coming across the bridge. So I'm thinking if I get behind him and make him turn this turret towards me and hopefully get shut down and get shot by our guys to just cross. And that's exactly what's happening. I was expecting for him to hit me at least once though. I was kind of prepared to take that shot. But you know, luckily for me, he doesn't do a great job, and he sort of allows me to circle him. And he doesn't get that shot into me. Obviously he did have a lot of stuff to worry about. So we now shut him down, but we're in a sort of 5v8 at the moment, so we are losing, but we've taken out a Tiger, so that's a top tier tank in this game, and quite a nasty tank as well in this sort of matchmaking. So we're glad he's dead, and we're glad the Dreadnought's dead, because they were two very nasty tanks. But we spotted these guys pushed all the way around, gone a long way around through our base, and obviously it's team destruction, so they can't cap out, and we're now going to try and get a few shots into those guys crossing. But it's all of a sudden this game has turned into like a 4 versus 8 now, so it's gone from a close game to a game where we are losing quite badly. So I was just going to push around here with my team just in case there was anything left in the base we could kill. But you see now we're in a 3 versus 8, and yeah, it's looking awkward, isn't it? I'm going to try and get some shots into this Bulldog while he was distracted by our guy on the top of the hill. Who was in a tier 7 Polish tank, unfortunately, I was kind of speaking to Petty. I'd coached Petty in my ear, and he was sort of explaining to me that that guy was just letting that tank farm him, which is unfortunate because I thought he was I can use him as a distraction while I kill that tank. And now we're in a 2 versus 8. So to be honest with you, I was probably thinking I'm not going to win this game at this time, but you've always got to try, haven't you? Because you never know. And like I say, we're in a 2 versus 8. Now we're in a 2 versus 7. I was trying to go that way to let the artillery think that's where I was heading, and then turn back. But he has followed me, and now it's just like I need this little bit of luck here, because when you're going for a collies, you're always going to have certain elements where you're going to get a little bit of good fortune, and he does miss me, so we're able to shut him down. Like I say, you're not going to win a sort of 2 versus 8, or a 1 versus 5 at the end without a little bit going your way. You're going to need that. Now it's about just killing the tanks. If I see an isolated tank, I've got to kill him now. So this guy's on his own. I'm very confident I'm about to circle this Churchill, which we do. We take him out. Now we're in a 2 versus 5. Now, I was going to go and push over and try and get shots on this guy on the bridge, but I'm going to get tapped by 2 tanks doing that, and I only have 500 hit points. So I'm thinking, right, it's not worth that engagement, it's not going to suit me. We're in a 1 versus 5 now, 9 minutes on the clock, so I'm thinking, where's the next guy I can kill before they group up? Because if all these guys group up together, I'm not going to win. But fortunately for me, they're not in a platoon, and I know there's one guy at the moment isolated on the bridge. So I'm thinking, right, I can kill him quickly. That's 1 tank, and then it'll be 1 versus 4. And there we go, we see him now. We're hoping he doesn't have the derp gun, because that's actually nasty. He misses his shot. We know we're going to kill him now with the second shot. We do shut him down. And now I push straight across the bridge. I know they are sort of there waiting for me, but they don't have, I just do it quickly, because like I say, I've got racked fast, haven't I? Like, there was a chance they could have shot me there, but I can't really be thinking like that in the 1 versus 4. I'm going to have to take some sort of gamble if I'm going to win this game. So we know there's 2 tanks minimum in the middle, and I was sort of speaking to Petty. Well, at this time, we know there's 2 guys in the middle. So I was going to move round to see if we can get to that location where he was at the start, where Petty sort of died there. And we're thinking, if they stay in the middle, I should have 3 farms on them. And yeah, that's my thinking at this point. So we're heading round here, and yeah, that's the thought process. We're seeing if they're still in the middle. But unfortunately, in a minute, you're going to witness some of my superb driving. So we're moving around. We know exactly what we're going to do. Oh God. Yep, that's it. We're on our side. Exactly what you need when you're in a 1 versus 4 scenario, to be sitting on your side. But honestly, guys, realistically, I did that on purpose. It was just to add a bit more drama to the video. So that was obviously completely intentional, all my fault. And in the other situation, I would have just not done that. But I thought I wanted to do that just to make it a bit more glamorous for you. So yeah, if you believe that, we move on. And because I've flipped myself, they're now no. Funny enough, they're not in the middle anymore. I kind of wasted a bit of time there, didn't I? So now we've got to find where they are. We're assuming that they've probably gone up to follow where I was. It's a bit of a guessing game right now. I'm thinking, right, we'll go across the bridge just in case they're still on the other side, and maybe we'll spot them. Anything where I'm going to get a bit of intel, really. It's going to be really difficult on this game. This map's not the ideal one for out spotting people, because there's only a certain amount of places where we're going to be able to use our vision. So we're just going to go for it and cross this bridge. We still have 6 minutes 30 on the clock at the moment, so it's not panic stations yet. We're in a 1 versus 4, but if they're not grouped and they're not that healthy, we've got a good chance. But it's if they're all grouped, if all 4, as I was saying to Petty at the time, if all 4 of them are together, I'm not going to win. But if they're spread out, I have the mobility. Maybe I will be able to pull this off. So at the time, sort of speaking to Coach Petty, and he was in my ear, and he was saying, I reckon they're up this hill. So we think, yeah, you know what, we're going to try it then. We're going to go round. And funny enough, as soon as we do, we spot this guy in the middle. Now we need to try and dodge shell. He's going to try and ram me there. We got a shot into him. We hit another shot, hoping he's just going to miss a shot, which he does. And there we go. Petty was right, isn't there? There was a TD on the hill. He drove down. He sort of slapped me as I was moving. I was like, oh no. I'm thinking I'm going to get at least 3 shots into him before he's reloading. I need to make sure I hit, and then I need to get a bit of good fortune. I need him to miss this shot, because otherwise, yeah, it's not going to go well for me. But he does miss the shot, and now I know I've definitely killed him. And brilliant. Now we're in a 1 versus 2. Now I'm sweating a bit, because I'm thinking I could actually pull this off here. We could pull this off. But we spot this heavy, this VK, and he's on full health. He's got 950 hit points. So I'm thinking, nope, that's not a bit of me. I'm not fighting him in that engagement. So we're running. We'll worry about him in a bit. Let's create our distance from him first. But as we pop round, we find the other missing tank. I was thinking, actually, this is good. If I can kill him now and circle him, it was kind of an ideal situation. So I'm circling now. I just need to take him out, and then we'll be in a 1 versus 1. And that's brilliant. Now we know this VK is going to be right hot on our arse here, so we need to just get our distance from him. He has spotted me. He's now targeting me, as you see, but I just lose my spot in the time. I'll wait for a second. I don't want to just get in a situation where he just gets too close to me and kills me there. So I'm thinking, you know what? It's not an engagement. He knows I went down here, so maybe if I push around under this bridge. Like I say, there's very limited places where I can use my vision and distance on this map. But this is one of the scenarios where I potentially could do that. So that's what I was thinking. I was going to create my distance here. My thinking is, if he pushed straight across into middle, I may be able to get 2 shots into him, 1 or 2 shots into him. And yeah, from this distance, maybe weaken him off a little bit before I get the engagement. So that's what I was thinking. I'm using this because if I get spotted now, you notice I can sort of reverse in and out of that dip. And I've got a little bit of protection. It's not going to be so easy for him to hit his shot, because if he hits me, he's going to pen me. I've got no armour in this tank, so I'm just hoping that maybe I'll be able to outvision him. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen, does it? He hasn't followed me, so that means he's probably not gone into the bowl, because I should have spotted him if that did happen. I had enough view range to do that with optics, etc. But he hasn't followed me. I only have 3 minutes left on the clock now. So we're going to push up, and I think at this point what I was going to go, well, we'll go back to where that sniper ridge was, because maybe he thought he was in a 1v1 and he'd just go and sit on that ridge like the other guys did, and we might be able to yeah, pick him up there. So that's exactly what that's what we're going to do, because I have no intel now. I lost that intel. We only bit of information we know was his last known location, and I'm going to go back there just in case he goes up this hill. But as we go round, it's looking like he's not going to be up here. We're not going to find him, but we're just going to go up and just double check just in case that we're not quite spotting him. But at this point, you would have thought we would have proxy spotted him if he was sort of hidden up the top. But yeah, it's not going to happen. But I've wasted, well, a lot of time is gone. I'll say I wasted. I was trying my best to try and put it in the best way I could win it. But it's down to 2 minutes 22 seconds on the clock now. So now I'm running out of time. He's still got 950 hit points, so I'm going to need probably at least a minute to kill him. So I'm going to have to just try and find this guy. I'm just going to full send across the middle, because I'm assuming if he didn't go that way, he's probably pushed around and maybe we'll spot him. If I'm going to have any chance of killing this guy, circling this guy, I want to do it in an open space. So we have spotted him here, and I'm thinking, right, my best chance of winning is if I can get him down into the middle, because then I'd have all the room to circle him. So I'm going to use this little rock, try and get a shot into him there. Fortunately, he misses his shot, and yeah, I want him to come down after me, because I can't circle him where he is. So I've pushed up, he's pushed around to kill me, and now he's where I want him, basically. This is the situation I need him to be in. We're trying to work out what gun he has. He's either going to have the quick firing gun or the 200 odd alpha gun. And we move round, we eat the shot, and we realise he's got the 200 alpha gun. I need to get round him now. And this is a scenario I wanted to be in. He's in the open, so I've got the best chance to circle him. And he's not, fortunately for me, he's not doing a brilliant job, is he? And now I know I've won this game, and it's like, you can hear me clicking the fire here, sorry about that. But we know we've got him now, and there we go. We pull it off. The 1v5 at the end was even a 2v8 for most of that. And all that's left is to see exactly how we actually got on. So remember, tier 6 light tank, we've got 8 kills, 4,114 damage, where if you consider the sort of average roll is like 100, you quite often roll below 100 per shot. That is a lot of damage for a tier 6 light tank. We got the Collies medal, we got the Radleys, the Devastator, the High Caliber, the Ace Tanker, and yeah, I was incredibly happy with that one. And what you don't understand from this lobby, the whole time I had Coach Petty, I'm going to now call him, because for some reason we've had 2 games together while he's been dead, but he's been talking to me in my ear, and both times I've managed to get a collie. So shout out to Petty. Yeah, what a game. Yeah, really hope you enjoyed that one, because I enjoyed making it, and I enjoyed playing it. So yeah, as always, that's a replay, and happy tanking.